What's up, Agents? Zero here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my latest massive redstone project. It's a map. It's really not too big of a surprise for me, but this is something that I came up with just recently. I've seen a couple of videos on similar concepts, and I thought I'd go ahead and put something like this together. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, this is actually the second map project that I'm going to be taking on at the same time. The first map project that I'm currently working on is, I'm actually working on it with the gaming cyclone, which we honestly haven't been working on recently because he started with school. Not that it's a problem, but he's got other things to do, and we haven't had time to work on it, but I'm going to be working on that at some point in the future. And so yeah, let's go ahead and show you guys what actually I've been working on. So this is a project that I'm actually going to be calling the Impossible Maze. Now, don't let this name fool you. Okay, so it is going to be a maze. It's going to be most definite, but it's not actually going to be impossible. In fact, there is going to be a definite solution to this maze. The reason why I'm calling it the Impossible Maze is because it's actually going to end up being rather difficult. Now, this is not the actual map itself. This is just a little demo world that I put together just so you guys can get a basic understanding of how this map is going to end up turning out once it's actually completely done. And here's the concept behind it. So, if I go ahead and walk in through this set of doors, and I try to walk in through the same set of doors, I can't actually do that. The way this map works is that I can only enter and exit through certain doors. As you can see, I can go ahead and exit through this door. That takes me back outside. But if I go ahead and go in here, this takes me to a completely different room. And it looks exactly the same. And that's the entire point. This is part of the reason why I'm calling it the Impossible Maze, because you're never going to know what direction you're actually supposed to go. You don't know where you're going. You don't know where you've come from unless you have a really good mind, which, let's be honest, some of you actually do have pretty good minds. And so, yeah, this is basically all there is going to be to this map. It's actually not too complicated to understand. Now, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get through. I'm going to admit to that. I know this is going to eventually turn into a rage quit kind of game, because that's the way I'm building it. It's supposed to be admittedly difficult because you're going from room to room, not knowing where you've come from or what direction you're supposed to be going. That's the whole point, and it's supposed to be more difficult than a basic map. And oh yeah, by the way, apparently this is like some sort of bug. I can't seem to not get these to appear. So far, it hasn't appeared on the full-scale map that I'm currently working on, but it's just something that's really annoying. I really wish there was some way to stop this from happening. Anyway, so over here, this is the basic building block of which this map is going to be based off of, because this map is going to be entirely modular, is what it's called. And basically what it means by modular is that it consists of multiple different sections that effectively look and act exactly the same as each other. That's exactly what's going on here. And as you can tell, the redstone behind this isn't actually all too complicated. It is piston doors, but the piston doors are wired to trap doors. So as you can see, it's wired to these pressure plates, and whenever a pressure plate is activated, this torch is going to turn off, which means, well, yeah, it's going to turn off, which this redstone, there is some bugs within the current set of redstone, because this is a completely brand new update. There are going to be some bugs, so some of the pieces of redstone that you're going to see, they are in fact on, they just don't appear to be. I'm trying to fix that problem right now by activating all these pressure plates. So basically, whenever a pressure plate is being stepped on, then this set of redstone will be active, which means these redstone torches will be deactivated, turning off this redstone dust, which will turn on this redstone torch. This redstone torch will turn off this redstone torch, turning off this redstone dust, which will unpower all these pistons. I hope that made sense. I know there's probably some of you who are still kind of wondering exactly what's going on, but trust me, it's actually very easy to understand. Now, the reason why I have it set up the way I am, why I have it set up is because specifically of these blocks right here, because I had a little bit of difficulty wiring this up in order for these blocks to be here and not cause interference with the redstone. Now, admittedly, I could in fact use repeaters in this to make it a little bit easier, but the reason why I decided not to do that, and this is actually one of the interesting things about this entire map to begin with, at least when it's all finished. Every single one of these blocks that you see in my inventory, all 9 of these, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the only blocks of which I am using to build this map. Now, when I am in fact finished building this map, I am going to be using like signs, buttons, and stuff like in the intro and outro rooms just to add a little bit to it, because then that would end up being a little bit boring if I don't. But other than that, I'm using only 9 blocks, so everything that fits in my inventory, or at least everything that fits in my hotbar, these are the only blocks I'm using. As you can see, I've got everything in my hotbar, and the rest of my inventory is completely empty. This is what makes this map that I'm working on so interesting, because I'm limiting myself to only my hotbar, so I only have a short number of resources to work with, and quite honestly, I'm proud of what I've gotten done so far. Now, I'm actually going to be deeming this map as what I'm going to end up calling the 9-block challenge. And basically why I'm deeming this as a 9-block challenge is fairly obvious, but I'm going to explain it anyway. So I'm only using 9 blocks in order to build this, and I actually have a challenge that I want to propose to you guys. So I want you to try to come up with something that you want to build, some type of map that you can possibly come up with, and only use 9 blocks. Hashtag 9-block challenge. Yes, I'm legitimately starting a hashtag here. I thought this would be a relatively interesting concept because, well, it adds a little bit of extra detail into what you're trying to do. It's actually not hard to build. In fact, it's very simple on the inside, consisting only of a certain amount of blocks, and then the redstone only consists of 4 different components. The pressure plates, the redstone dust, the torches, and the pistons, which I'm really happy with how I'm coming out with this. So I do want you guys to go ahead, take this challenge for yourself, the 9-block challenge. Go ahead, try and make your own custom creations and maps using only 9 blocks, so it fills up your entire hotbar and nothing else. And also, I am in fact going to be looking for beta testers for this map as well. Now, the map is nowhere close to being done. In fact, I think I've only got like a little less than a quarter of the map already done, but because of the way it's being put together, because it's entirely modular, it's actually fairly easy to set up. It should only take me, in retrospect, a few hours. But that's if I do it consecutively. It's probably going to take me about another week or 2 to put it together, because honestly, I don't have several consecutive hours to be able to put something like this together. Although, if I did have several consecutive hours, that would actually be really good. If I could get that much done in a single day, that'd be great. But all that aside, this is actually where I'm going to actually go ahead and end off the video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure that like button. Well, more than make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Studios. Thank you guys for watching. And also, before I forget, if you guys are interested in looking at this demo map for yourself, even though there's really not too much to go by, there will in fact be a link down in the description for you guys to check this world out. Maybe you can figure out exactly how the actual modules are put together, because I think you guys should be able to easily put together your own mazes using this exact same concept. If you want to, you use different blocks. But yeah, with that, I will see you guys later.